What if I told you that a single diamond has been blamed for the downfall of kings, the deaths of queens, and the destruction of wealthy families? A diamond so beautiful that people risked everything to own it, and so feared that many believed it carried a deadly curse. Some say it brings power. Others say it brings ruin. This is the story of the Hope Diamond, the most famous cursed jewel in history. Diamonds usually represent love, wealth, and success. But the Hope Diamond is different. For more than 300 years, this deep blue gemstone has been surrounded by stories of tragedy, betrayal, and misfortune. It has passed through royal palaces, private collections, and finally into a museum, leaving behind a trail of rumors that refuse to die. The question is simple but chilling. Is the Hope Diamond truly cursed? Or is the curse just a myth created by fear and coincidence? The story begins in India, hundreds of years ago. The diamond was mined from the Collier mine, one of the most famous diamond mines of its time. In its original form, the stone was much larger than it is today, rough and uncut, but already incredibly rare. According to legend, the diamond was once taken from a sacred statue in a temple. When it was removed, people believed a curse was placed on anyone who dared to own it. Whether this part of the story is true or not, the diamond soon left India and began its long journey into European history. The diamond was brought to Europe by a French merchant named Jean-Baptiste Tavernier. He sold the massive blue stone to King Louis XIV of France. The king had the diamond cut and polished, transforming it into a stunning jewel known as the French blue. It quickly became one of the most valuable treasures in the French crown. At the time, France was powerful, the king was wealthy, and the diamond was admired by everyone who saw it. There was no sign yet of any curse. But history has a way of changing everything. Decades later, France was no longer stable. The country was filled with anger, hunger, and rebellion. During the French Revolution, crowds stormed royal buildings and looted the crown jewels. The French blue was stolen, along with many other priceless treasures. Not long after, King Louis XVI and Queen Marie Antoinette were arrested and eventually executed. This is when people began to whisper. They said the diamond had brought destruction to the royal family. They claimed anyone who owned it was doomed. The diamond disappeared, and the legend of the curse grew stronger. Years later, a smaller blue diamond appeared in England. Experts believe this was the same diamond, secretly recut to hide its true identity. It eventually came into the possession of the Hope family, a wealthy banking family. From them, the diamond gained its modern name, the Hope Diamond. Around this time, stories of bad luck began to spread more rapidly. Owners were said to lose their fortunes. Families faced personal tragedies. Accidents, illnesses, and sudden deaths were all blamed on the diamond. With every new owner, the diamond's reputation grew darker. By the late 1800s and early 1900s, the Hope Diamond was known around the world as a cursed object. Newspapers published dramatic stories, writers added frightening details. The truth became mixed with exaggeration. Some people refused to touch the diamond at all, while others believed owning it would guarantee disaster. The diamond was no longer just a jewel, it had become a symbol of fear. But when historians began to look closer, the story started to change. Many of the so-called victims of the curse lived long and normal lives. Some people connected to the diamond were never proven to have owned it at all. In reality, many tragedies happened for reasons completely unrelated to the gem. The curse, it seemed, made the diamond more famous, and that fame made it more valuable. Fear had become part of the story and part of the marketing. In the 20th century, the Hope Diamond was purchased by a famous jeweler named Harry Winston. Unlike previous owners, he didn't fear the stone. Instead, he decided to donate it to the Smithsonian Museum in the United States. In a surprising move, he mailed the diamond in a simple package. Nothing bad happened. There was no disaster, no sudden tragedy, and no curse. Today, the Hope Diamond sits safely behind glass at the Smithsonian, admired by millions of visitors every year. It no longer brings fear, only fascination. So what do you believe? Is the Hope Diamond truly cursed? Or is it just proof that humans love mysterious stories and dramatic legends? Maybe the real curse isn't the diamond at all, but our need to believe that some objects carry dark power. If you had the chance, would you dare to own the Hope Diamond?